Hey, it's Heartbreak. I want to talk about dealing with heartbreak today. And I know that this is probably a new type of style that I'm trying. And the moral of the whole thing I want people to understand is that heartbreak is one of the biggest motivators in life. I do pray and hope that if you are currently going through a heartbreak, that you get through it. And if you are lucky enough to say that you've never been into a relationship just yet, I want to tell you a few things before you head into this relationship. And that's really to invest in your partner. And what I mean by invest in your partner is don't just jump the gun and be like, oh my God, she's so pretty, or vice versa, right? If you're a girl looking at it as a guy. But for us men out there, majority of the time, I'm going to be talking about us men. But if you are not ready to be in a relationship, I do believe that you should communicate that with your partner. Heartbreak involves a lot of miscommunication. That's why breakups happen a lot. And to deal with heartbreak, you have to really just distract yourself. Find hobbies, get to know yourself, go on dates with yourself. Because when you start realizing that being single is actually kind of a good thing, it's not just saving money. It's not just, being by yourself, because the next day when you're dealing with heartbreak, the good morning text, the good night text, the I love yous, and the phone calls, all of that, it's not going to go away anytime soon. The toll is heavier when you realize that the person is never going to come back. And you, as a person, as a man, you need to wake up every single day and choose yourself and get closer to God. If you don't believe in God, then get closer to something or someone. Talk to someone. Dealing with heartbreak is, if you have no help at all, the best advice I could tell you is go out there, make some friends, and talk to them about what you're feeling and what you're going through. Heartbreak is no joke. A lot of people have lost their lives over it. And I want to tell you that it gets better. But it only gets better if you choose to get and do better in life. Heartbreak, it's not going to be the thing about dealing with heartbreak, it's so funny, is it's not going to be the last time, and it's not going to be the first time either. You have to literally go through it, experience it yourself, and tell yourself that, okay, even though I went through a heartbreak, what could I do? What have I learned from this heartbreak that my next relationship I could do better and fix, right? So I want to share my story. My first heartbreak was in high school. I was the high school kid just trying to find a relationship. Sophomore year, it happened, and we were only together for 2 months. And those 2 months was she was my first kiss, and she broke up with me through text. We were having problems, and she broke up with me through text. And it was like those long paragraphs. If you know, you know. And I was reading the whole thing slowly, it didn't function with me, because it's like, you're breaking with me, like, mind you, I was in high school, so I was like, damn, right? So after that, I found out that I was blocked. Like, I tried texting her, found out I was blocked. So at school, I tried talking to her, and it just made it worse. It was so bad. So I kid you not, I'm gonna fast forward. Junior year was probably one of the worst years of my life. Senior year is when I started to actually kind of get over it a little bit, because when you're dating so young, and this goes out to anyone in high school, when you date so young, you are basically kind of sacrificing everything else, right? Because when you date so young, you're not really thinking about your future. You're thinking about, man, like, I'm actually in a relationship. Is this what love is? Like, oh my God, like my first kiss, my first hug. Oh my God, right? But when you start actually getting involved into it, you realize that you wasted all this time on nothing. So junior year, I wasted that whole year just crying over her. If I'm being honest with you, I was trying to get her back all junior year. I realized that I wasted all that time. Senior year is when I got the job. I was balling, and I was doing pretty good with myself senior year. And after that, just to find out she had, a boyfriend this whole time. She had a boyfriend junior year, and senior year they were together. So I know I'm moving everywhere. I'm telling you guys right now, move on, find a better distraction, and realize that it does get better. Everything does happen for a reason, right? So instead of trying to find this reason, why don't you try to find the reason of waking up every single day, choosing yourself, getting better? Just know I will always believe you. That's what heartbreak is. Heartbreak made me, and heartbreak's gonna make you.